Pleasure having you here once again. I say thank you for joining this channel. It's the last month of the year. You've made it thus far. Tap yourself at the back and say, yes, I'm here at the last month of the year. But quickly, I want you to know that journey you've started, that project you've started from January till now, this is the time for you to wrap it up. So I want to share with you 5 tips on how you can finish strong. It is a time for you to finish strong. A lot of people have started with you, but some by mid-February, March, they already dropped their ambition. They already dropped their goals. They already dropped their business plans. But here you are still pushing. I want you to double down and be very optimistic that you can still achieve your purpose, your aim, your objective for the year, for that business, for your team as a leader. Your team can still make progress. They can still achieve the desired result you have anticipated to get. This is December. What are the 5 tips? 1, this is the time for you to manage your time effectively and stay focused. And this last month of the year in that business, you that is in school, if this is your last semester, in that school section, I want you to be very prudent with your time. A lot of things happen within the last month of the year. So I want you to manage your time effectively this month and then stay focused as well. Now, once you're able to manage your time, what happens? You're able to know when distraction comes. This is not a time for distraction. This month is not a month for distraction. It is a month that you want to wrap everything up. It is a month of result. It is a month of harvest. It is a month that you want to show your hard work. So this is a month for you to effectively manage your time and minimize any form of distraction. Do not procrastinate this month. Every day counts. Every moment counts. And this month, anything laid in your heart to do, just do it. This is the last month of the year. I am not saying you should be desperate, but set deadlines for yourself. Set hourly deadlines. Set daily deadlines. Set weekly deadlines. That way you'll be able to achieve your goal for the year. 2, as you're managing your time, I want you to prioritize your task. Don't manage your time and try to engage yourself with things that are not relevant this month. Don't say you're managing your time and then all what you do with that time management is to try to accomplish things that are not necessary. What are the things, the primary things that you need to achieve to get to that desired goal? This is the last month, and if you prioritize your tasks appropriately, you know what? You're going to still achieve it. It doesn't matter the setbacks. So this month, this couple of weeks that are left for the year, I want you to prioritize your task. Identify the essential tasks you need to accomplish within this period. Identify those that you need to push backward. And then take one step at a time. When you prioritize your task, you'll be able to accomplish those critical needs, those critical tasks, and quickly identify those tasks that you need to push backward, those tasks that need secondary attention. Not every task needs secondary attention at this moment. What you need to do now is to look at the most essentials and then pay your time, spend every resources you have in accomplishing those tasks. In that business, set your priority right now. This is the last month. Only those that give up within the year are losers. You have made it thus far. You are here. This is the last month of the year. You have been pushing. You've had failures within the year. You have setbacks. You've had different setbacks, but here you are, the last month of the year. And for those of you that things are still looking a little bit dim for you, it is still possible for you to make it this year. Only if you can set your priorities right. Number 3, what do you have to do next? You have to create a plan. Setting priorities right alone cannot help you. When you set your priorities to accomplish that task, create a plan. Work out a strategy on how to get them done. When you develop a plan, a strategy, it will help you have a roadmap, day-to-day roadmap that you will follow and say, yes, this is my strategy in achieving this. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a strategy, you might still not make it. But I want you to have a strategy. I want you to create a workable plan, because without strategy, you can't even get that result. So what is the strategy? What is your plan in the first place? And then what strategy are you employing to get that to get that result? What is your strategy? What is your plan in that business? So when you begin to look at your balance sheet, you see more of profit. When you begin to look back and reflect and you say, oh, what have I accomplished this year? You look back and say, yes, I have setback on this side. I have setback in this area. But you know what? I've made a lot of effort. I made a lot of progress in this aspect too. Only an effective plan will help you. While you make this plan, I also want you to see yourself as someone that have succeeded. I want you to visualize that success. Visualizing your success will help you systematically work out your strategy. Visualizing your success will motivate you in that process of achieving your goal. Because success brings joy. The mindset or the desire to be successful alone will motivate you this week. If you want to make it, if you want to achieve that goal, visualize that project at its completed stage. Once you have that vision, that visualization, that mindset will help you work harder. It will motivate you before the year runs over. Before the year runs out, that will motivate you. I want you to visualize it. If you are building a house, visualize a completed project. If you are in a business on a project, visualize that end result and look at the beauty, envisage the beauty of it. That is what I want you to do. Create a plan and visualize the success. 4, adaptability. You are coming to the end of that project. You are coming to the end of that educational semester. You are coming to the end of that business. You are coming to the end of something. The year is coming to an end. I don't know what you are coming to end with. I don't know what you are doing now, but you know what? You have to adapt every second, daily, weekly, within this period. You have to imbibe that heart to be able to adapt, to be flexible to situations. Because if you are not able to adapt, you will still fall within the period before the year runs out. Because you know what? The end of every project, the end of every situation, the end of every good thing is very challenging. It comes with different challenges that you have to surmount. Yes, this is how I do things. I don't do it differently. No, that is not right. You have to learn how to do stuff differently. You have to be willing to change with the trend if you want to achieve that end goal before the year runs out or at the end of the year. You have to be willing to change, be willing to adapt to the system, the new changes, the new realities. Because even as you're trying to finish up that project, different realities will surface. You have to be willing to quickly adapt. That is how successful people live. They don't just live being static and say, no, you know what, I don't want to change. I don't want to do something differently. You have to be dynamic. Things are moving. You have to move with the trend. This is the end of the year. I want you to have that flexibility and then be able to change when things appear to be changing quickly. You have to change quickly too. Number 5, I want you to make a final push. For those of you that have been slacking all this while and then you've been wishing this is the last month of the year, I want you to make that final push. I want you to put in your best this period. I want you to see yourself as one that has been determined to get that project done, to get the project, the building to its completion. If you are into it, they always happen at the end before success comes. So, in the next few weeks, in the next few days, I want you to have plan B, have a second plan, and be willing to adapt, be flexible to every situation. You can say, yes, this is how I do things. I don't do it differently. No, that is not right. You have to learn how to do stuff differently. You have to be willing to change with the trend if you want to achieve that end goal before the year runs out or at the end of the year. You have to be willing to change, be willing to adapt to the system, the new changes, the new realities. Because even as you're trying to finish up that project, different realities will surface. You have to be willing to quickly adapt. That is how successful people live. They don't just live being static and say, no, you know what, I don't want to change. I don't want to do something differently. You have to be dynamic. Things are moving. You have to move with the trend. This is the end of the year. I want you to have that flexibility and then be able to change when things appear to be changing quickly. You have to change quickly too. Number 5, I want you to make a final push. For those of you that have been slacking all this while and then you've been wishing this is the last month of the year, I want you to make that final push. I want you to put in your best this period. I want you to see yourself as one that has been determined to get that project done, to get the project, the building to its completion. If you are into any kind of business and you have a set goal, I want you to know that it is still possible only if you are determined to make it work. That means that you have to make a final push. Give it all. Give it all of your best. Give it your best is what is needed at this point. Nothing less than your best. So put in your best. Put in the best you can do to get that done. I am not saying you should be desperate, but know how to put in your best. Know that the stage of every project and stage of every business comes with challenges, and then the end comes with more challenges. So this is the time for you to double up. It is a time for you to put extra effort. It is a time for you to make more input, more sacrifices so that you can get that business done. You can get that project being completed. And at the end of it, you'll be glad you did. So, I want you to stay motivated, stay focused, and success will be yours. I wish you all the best. Bye.